please. Come in. Hello.
Hello. He's a stranger. We're just gonna let him sleep in our house. Hello.
Hello.
Did you know he had a wife?
What happens when you film, when you shoot a film like this, which is so intense for us as an audience? I can only imagine how it was for you. Like, you go home and what? Like, can you really get out of that?
Normally by the time I go home, it's all fine. But yeah, I did have to go to darker places on this movie than I've ever had to go before, and that I would ever really want to go in the future. I think this is about it for me.
I need to ask you in first place, how does this film reflect your own takes on love, fame, and life in general?
Well, I think every film I do is very personal. It's the only way I sort of know how to make movies is to go inside and tell a story that I become passionate about. I think all of it, people shouldn't look for direct connections because all of the films are always, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors and metaphors and symbols that sort of distort it and extend it into other ideas. I'm not a ballerina, but I was the ballerina in Black Swan. I'm not a wrestler, but I'm the wrestler in The Wrestler. But film is always a great way to sort of take a feeling and a dream and even a nightmare and take an audience along for that ride.
He has pictures of you in his luggage.
What were you doing in their luggage?
What do they want?
God help you.
Si hay algo que me encanta de tus actuaciones y en particular de esta, es esa dualidad que tienes para hacer lo peor posible con un personaje y que lo sigamos queriendo. ¿Cómo lo logras? ¿Cuál es ese secreto para hacerlo tan carismático a pesar de ser como es?
Pero no sé, yo creo que es el personaje también. Yo creo que también era importante que este autor, creador, personalidad destructiva en cuanto está obsesionado con su propio placer, su propio éxito, tuviese momentos donde entendiéramos por qué esta chica, que no mujer, o sea, ella es una mujer, pero al lado mío, que soy más mayor, es una chica más joven que él, que yo, en realidad, porque estaría con este señor. Y era importante regalar, entender, ver, experimentar esos momentos.
You're insane. You're insane.
All I'm trying to do is bring life into this house.
Is it possible to love intensely and even face fame without losing a little bit of yourself in the process?
I think falling in love is terrifying because and breaking up is a nightmare.
Even worse.
You know, so all of that is I think interesting. Trying to turn a breakup into a nightmare is fun for a horror film. You know, it's weird film because, you know, Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem, Michelle Pfeiffer, Ed Harris, you think it's one type of movie and that they wouldn't be in this type of movie. And believe me, you'll never see them in this type of movie again. So be prepared when you come.
I mean, of course, I would hope that loving somebody means you never lose a part of yourself. Yeah, I would think that'd be a horrible way to love.
They've come here to see me.
Come quick.
Open the door to new people, new ideas.
The characters, they don't have a name. What's the purpose on that? What does it allow you to do as a director?
Well, I think it's interesting because the film works as a home invasion film, first and foremost, which is people pouring into this home, taking over this home, and everyone can relate to that. And turning that into a nightmare, I felt, was something that people could relate to. But there was a bigger opportunity to tell another story about a different mother. Not your mother, not my mother, but our mother, the mother that gives life to all of us, this planet. Was it Madre de la Tierra type of idea? Yeah. So to tell her story and to see what it must have felt like when all these people started to show up and take these things from her, even though she was offering all this love and all these gifts. What does it mean to lose all that stuff? So it's working on different levels, the film, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, also we see a very important topic here, which is fame. And do you think that there's a common mistake? What's the easiest thing to lose when you face something like that?
It's probably the easiest to lose your ability to kind of self-protect, and you feel like you don't want to ever be rude to anybody, and you want to be polite to everyone and nice to everyone, and then you kind of lose the ability to protect your own personal space. And it took me a few years to kind of get that, and that's been really important to me because that makes me feel like I can do anything. I can go to the convenience store, I can go to the grocery store, I can do all the things that I need to do. Because if I don't feel like taking a picture with someone, I just say no and then move on. You know, I used to be like, oh, I can't do that. What if people ask for a picture? And now I'm like, if people ask for a picture, I'll just say no.
Yeah, you have that right. You
I
need
have
to
the
remember
right,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You give and you give and you give. It's just never enough.